Everybody, welcome back to Dawn Digs In. I'm Dawn, and it's true. I had an unscheduled 30-day no Tracy. Now, what happened? How did it happen? How did I overcome it? I'm going to get into that right now. So, for the last few years, as with so many of you, with COVID being around, I have done my best to avoid being in large crowds, to mask up. I've been a caregiver for my mother who was in long-term care. And of course, that's an everyday COVID test. And you really try to stay healthy as much as you can. And I have avoided it at all costs and really have not gotten sick. Guess what? Finally caught up with me. And I have spent the last couple weeks dealing with COVID and then a cold, and it has thoroughly thrown off my workouts for almost 30 days. So, what did I do, and how did I overcome this, and what was going on that I needed to deal with? So, I'm sure, like most of you, getting sick is not something you ever want to happen. You feel rotten, you feel like you can't go on with your day, you can't do the things that you want to do, then you start feeling sorry for yourself and you just climb into bed. And there's nothing else you can do because your body just says, I just need some downtime. And that's exactly what I did. I just let go of the weight of the days and my own expectations and just put myself to bed. I gathered up all my books and all my journals and the converter for Netflix and just hunkered down knowing that this was going to take me a little while to get over. But I still feel like I need to get things done. We all need breaks in our workout. And, breaks are good for many, many reasons. They help you regroup. They help you rethink about where you want your workout to go, what's your next level, if you want to change and do something else. But unscheduled breaks are never part of what you want to do. For me, anyway, I really find when I take an unscheduled break, I just feel like I lose so much. But I also know that sometimes you need to just let things go and let your body heal. So how did I deal with my thoughts? And believe me, I had many. I felt that I was going to lose all the progress that I'd worked so hard to get, but I also knew that this wasn't realistic. Why would I lose all the progress that I've gotten? I've been doing this consistently for almost 2 years now. A little bit of downtime certainly should not take me back to square one, right? And there's nothing wrong with taking time off, right? Well, I agree and disagree. I feel like my body needs to move on a regular basis in some way or another, and it may not be the way that I want it to move. There are many different forms of exercise we can do when we can't do what we want. So after some time of laying in bed, watching Netflix, feeling sorry for myself, watching way too many cooking shows and baking shows, I started researching what I can do. I pulled out all my old Tracy DVDs and information and books, looking for anything that I could do lying down, as standing up seemed to be difficult and balance was non-existent. And I really tried to keep it simple. It was like a few minutes at a time. What can I do? Well, I could do abs. Lying down, I could do abs. I could do abs on the floor. I could do some sort of leg lifts. Now, I'm telling you, I did not go crazy. This was like a couple minutes at a time, just trying to keep my body moving. Now, this went on for a couple weeks, like really 2 weeks. I was doing absolutely minimal. It was 500 steps a day, bed to bathroom, and that was pretty much it. Possibly kitchen, but not much in between. After 2 weeks, I finally felt, okay, I'm going to get on the treadmill and was thankful that we have a treadmill. So knowing that I didn't have any balance and needed to hold on, I slowly got on the treadmill and did 10 minutes. I felt really good that I was able to do 10 minutes. So I tried to do that a couple times a day just to get moving again and try to get myself back in some sort of routine, as I really feel that I need to have a routine in my workout. I'm not a real routine person in my regular life, but my workout does have a routine. So after another 2 weeks of doing the minimal Tracy and my treadmill, I've been able to get up to several times a day of doing 10 to 15 minutes, 2,000 steps a time, still holding on, but feeling like I'm turning the corner and getting ready to flow back into my workouts. So I was able to do a couple workouts this week. Again, not great, but you know what? I did the best that I could, and that's all that I can ask of myself. So what else did I do during all this downtime? What did I do to occupy my time? Well, I had, as I said, the regular group. It's like Netflix. After you watch all the Netflix, then I read a book. Then I started doing my jump journal. Then I started journaling. And then I started doing some gratitude. Well, gratitude is always a really good way to get out of depression, because it's depressing when you're sick. You don't feel good. You just want to go to sleep, and you know, not feeling good really doesn't help your state of mind. So in order to get out of that state of mind, I found that if I started doing some journaling and writing down some things that I was grateful for, that I know that I would start feeling better about what was going on. Gratitude journaling can come into play huge when you're feeling down and depressed, especially for an extended period of time. So what was I grateful for? And not the usual bunch of things that you're grateful for. We're always grateful for the roof over our head and having a warm bed and having enough food to eat. And these are just daily things that you are always going to be grateful for. But what else? Like, what was I grateful for personally? I was grateful for my strength. I was grateful that I had been part of this amazing workout that had allowed my body to be strong enough to be able to withstand this illness. It also gave me an opportunity to take this time to do some things that maybe I had put off, like journaling. I was really grateful that Tracy had given me that mind-body connection so that I was able to put together, why I was sick and what was going on. And obvious illness is always related to something that is going on in your surroundings. I know that I had been dealing with a lot of stress for a long time, dealing with my mother and other things that have been going on in my life. And then when you finally get that downtime, your body tends to hit you and go, okay, I really want you to take some downtime. So as I was going through my list of workouts that I have done and workouts that I could do, and I watched many yoga videos dealing with stress, dealing with anxiety, things that I could do while I wasn't feeling good, that I could do lying down on the floor, were really helpful for me. And meditation came into play here, just getting used to being in the quiet. It's not something that I do a lot. My brain is always really active, and I have always had a hard time meditating and just being in that quiet with myself. I also started looking at some other workouts that, you get so caught up in the workout that you're on that you don't always see what else is out there and what other things maybe could give you the same results you got from what you were doing, because you just find that I'm so successful at what I'm at. Do I really want to mess it up by trying something else? So I watched a lot of videos and other workouts, and I am going to start incorporating some of those into my workout routine, and I am looking forward to sharing those with you when I do them. So I explored a lot of these other options, and things have been around for a long time that, I may have tried a long time ago and put aside because I found something else, but I'm definitely going to start getting back into them and reporting on what I think of them and just adding them into my week and see what results I get from them. So what did I learn during my downtime? My Netflix and my reading and my journaling and my dumping and my meditating and my maybe workout. I learned several things about myself that I think are really important. And it's important that we all sit and take some time, and hopefully not when you're sick, to take a moment to reassess life and just write down some things that you really are grateful for. So what did I learn during all of this? Being down and out for almost a month was really difficult, and it was a great time to take stock on things that have been going on in my life and what maybe I haven't been appreciating. So these are some of the things that I found that I'm now going to be more aware of and be a little more thankful for. I'm thankful that I'm strong. I'm thankful that I'm resilient. I'm thankful that I never stop learning. I think it's so important to be always learning something new. It's like I try every day to learn something, either by watching a video or a documentary or learning a new move or a recipe, or it can be many things. I have so many interests, and I think it's really good to have a lot of interests, and especially the older that we get. Hobbies are really important, and when you start getting to thinking about retiring and what am I going to do, and I hear so many people that, complain that, oh my gosh, I'm so bored and I don't know what to do with myself. I've always been the absolute opposite. I just couldn't wait till I was retired because I had so many things that I wanted to do and accomplish. And I've now got time, and now I find that sometimes I'm got so many things on my mind that I'm not getting to them. So this was also an opportunity for me to prioritize, what do I honestly want to work on, and what are some things that I really want to explore and do. I also learned that gratitude can really overcome depression. Taking time for gratitude can free up your mind for learning new things and new ways of doing them. I also found I need to lose my expectations of myself. I don't always need to do everything I want to do, and I don't always need to feel responsible and guilty for things that I don't get done. I also found that social media can be a wonderful thing. It can also be a bad thing, but it depends on how you want to use it and how you look at it. I find it's a great way to connect with the world. It's a great way to connect with your community. It's a great way to connect with family. Where years ago it was waiting for that phone call, now you can easily FaceTime your parents, your siblings, your children. It's just a nice way of staying connected where it used to be bye, see you around. And now it's like, hey, you can easily just pop on social media and touch base with people. I also really found that mindset matters. Now, I've always known this, and I've always felt that you need to have a positive mindset. When you're not feeling well, it isn't easy. So staying positive is a really big part of being sick and a big part of life. You need to keep a positive attitude so that you can get through your day and do the things that you want to do. Don't put off things that you want to do. Again, when you're sick, you're starting to think of all the things that, oh my gosh, I wish I'd done this, or I wish I'd contacted this person, or why have I not talked to them? And it gives you an opportunity to go, hey, I really need to get on top of some of these things. You also need to stop comparing yourself to other people. It's huge. There's always going to be somebody out there that's better at what you do, that's stronger, that's prettier, that's smarter, that's richer. It's always going to be that way, but there's only one you. So you have the opportunity to be the best you that you can possibly be because nobody else can copy that. And just remembering to be yourself. There's no one else like you. You matter. You are important. You are valuable. You are enough. And you can make a difference. So I hope everybody has a good week, and I'm glad that I'm on the mend and feeling almost back to my normal self. So hopefully this week I'll have some good workouts, as will you, and I will see you next week. And until then, you are amazing. Bye-bye.